Hey guys, thanks for watching Everyday Ready. Joel here. So my son Nathan, a teenager, and he loves airsoft currently, loves ghillie suits and sneaking around and hunting. Pretty typical, Midwestern teenager. But here's the thing. My particular skill sets over the years, I've taught him things like how to make his own ghillie suit. I learned how to do it. I know how to do it right. I've taught him about things like shape and shine and just considering his terrain and using shadow and the terrain to maneuver and how to do those kinds of things. He loves all things sniper. And, whether he goes in the military or law enforcement or whatever he decides to do, right now it's just fun to him, and I want to encourage him in that. So how this pertains to the video is I'm going to bring you guys along on this mock mission that I'm planning for my son. I want to teach him all of these skill sets and have him pull off an actual, like, real world mission, quote unquote. So here's the deal. I'm going to just send him in an email form just a set of coordinates, UTM coordinates, Universal Transverse Mercator coordinates via email. That's it. That's all he's going to get. And then he's going to know that's the start of his mission. And what he has to do is plot out the point on a map that I want him to surveil. And he's got to come to me with a completed plan. Time frame, days, times, time of day, that kind of stuff. Communications with his command, which is me. He needs to plan his infiltration, his exfil routes, plan A, plan B's in case he gets spotted or seen while he's out there. No weapons involved, so don't anybody freak out and write messages to me or anything like that. This is just a teenage boy in a ghillie suit out sneaking around in the woods. Is kind of what it is. But I thought it'd be fun to encourage this stuff in him right now, and plan kind of a fun adventure for him. So how this pertains to you guys in the video is I thought you might find it kind of fun to come along with me as I'm putting my son through the paces of this mission. The first thing is planning out the coordinates on the map. Now, I don't know what the coordinates are yet. I'm going to pick a spot on the map. I'm going to find the coordinates, and then I'm going to end up emailing those to him. But I'm going to do that first and show you guys just briefly, like sky-high level overview of how to find a set of coordinates based on UTM Grid on a topographical map, and that's going to be video number 1, and we're just going to make this a few parts, and it'll be fun to see how Nathan goes about completing this mission and this task. And so to kind of give you guys a little bit of foreshadowing, basically there's this big state forest really close to us, and there's this big wide open grass area, and I know there's this rundown old barn out there in the middle of the grass area. That's going to be his point. I'm going to find it on the map. His job is going to be getting in and undetected, getting out undetected, but while he's there, he's gonna have to surveil the scene and write things down and take some pictures and see if there's any kind of intelligence. I might actually go in there and like leave a piece of intel in the old barn or something. I think it might be kind of fun. And then he's got to exfil, and all of it without being seen. So he's got to plan the mission start to finish. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. Anyway, why don't you guys come along with me as we're getting into part 1 here, and this is going to be the land nav, just the overview of map work. So let's do that. My spot is going to be right here, and you guys won't be able to see that. I've got a picture I'll throw up, but there's an old barn right there, and pretty much this entire area right in through here is all wide open grassland. There's a bunch of little ponds and lakes. There's some trees down here, and then the bigger part of the forest is up over in here. But we need to find out what the coordinates are to that point right there. And we're going to use the UTM grid. And so there's lines going across. On this map, they're purple in color. You can't really see them. Kind of a bluish color, but you've got the easting and you've got the northing. And so easting is obviously refers to an east-west, horizontal across this area, and the northing is, of course, north-south. And so each grid, there's grid squares, and they're 1 kilometer each. And so we need to be able to break that down to a closer, smaller number, of course. And so what we need to do is figure out which grid this is in. And in order to find that grid, we have to look at these grid lines. And so if I was going to, let's say, do my easting first, I know that it's just to the east of this horizontal line here, so I would follow that up to the top, and that is 559,000. Well, that's not close enough, right? We need to go down to at least the hundreds, and so I'm going to use a grid tool like this. It needs to be the same scale as the map. This is a 124 scale topo. So if I line up my tool here on the 124 scale and I measure to the east of that 559,000 line, so there's 10 little marks between each of these lines. So I'm going to go past the 100. It's not quite to the 200, so we're going 559,170 meters easting, and then I'll write that down. 559,170 on the easting. And then I have to find my northing, and the way I do that is up the sides of the map going north. There's a large number. It's actually in the millions. It's to the north of this line, so I follow that over. 4,301,000. So I know it's above that. So that's the grid I'm going to be dealing with. And so then again, I bring my tool in. I start on that lower northing line and make sure that's perfectly lined up. And then I count up, going past 7, past 8, 8, 1, 2. So we've got 4,301,000. So I've got 4,301,820. Now I've got my coordinate where that barn is located. And what he'll be able to do with this is he'll be able to come in, grab this map, and just work it backwards. And he'll go, okay, 559, 170. So he'll come over here, he'll go 559, and he'll follow that down and to where it meets up with 4,301,820. So he'll come up over on the northing over here, and he'll come across 4,301 and 559. They meet here. So he's going to know that within this 1,000-meter grid square, that's where his objective is. And then using the map tool, he's going to be able to come in and figure out, you know, within say 50 to 100 meters where he needs to be. And it's going to be pretty obvious for him because it's literally the only thing out there. It's a bunch of grass and then this barn, this old rundown barn. So it'll be pretty obvious what he needs to do. And then that whole area, you know, is going to be his mission op, and he's going to plan it in and out without being seen. Good to go. So when he's out in the field, he's going to have to use a compass to, you know, find an infiltration point and navigate from the infill point across this big area that's probably, you know, well, like I said, it's roughly, actually it's bigger than the 1 kilometer square. So, you know, he's got, you know, 1.5 miles longest walk to deal with. And he's gonna have to stalk across that entire area. So it should take him all day, and it should be pretty fun. I think it's gonna be a good time. So guys, thanks for watching today. Please smash that subscribe button and leave me some comments and some well wishes for my son to get his thing done. Again, thanks for watching.